Oh, Sasquatch? Oh, yeah, he's like the Sandy Waxla of YouTubes.
Next time he'll get his own ketchup.
I always forget that's at the end of that. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am here this afternoon with Midwest Accountability. He's been generous enough to basically donate some of his time to the channel. Said he'd be in his truck for a while. We don't know about signal and whatnot, but it's been fairly steady so far. So while we've got him and while we can, we're going to go ahead and hop straight into that whole thing with both feet, right? Let me do my little intro bit with Captain Curmudgeon because, you know, he's my big spoon.
Here in general. But here's where Joe Biden had a secret advantage. A trump card, if you will, for Joe Biden is from a place called Delaware, a state with a population smaller than 12 American cities, but they still get 2 senators. So if you're an ambitious young politician from Pennsylvania, but you know that you're far too dull and unexceptional to ever be elected in a real state with an actual population of which to speak, everything you ever wanted is right across that river, ripe for the taking. So if you can manage to blunder your way into a Delaware Senate seat, not only will you never lose re-election, no matter how much of a bumbling doofus you are, but you'll never have to attract more than 150,000 votes in doing so. Fewer
votes than like Boston, right? Okay. Anyway, that was just an interesting observation made by Captain Curmudgeon. I thought was worth bringing to at least everyone's attention I can. All right, we're gonna bring him up. We're gonna do the intro. Hello, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you, man?
I'm gonna ask chat right quick. Is the sound good on his end? Because that is amazing to me. That man is unbelievable. All right, so I'm gonna put up your first video. This is nurse arrested for protecting patient. Lieutenant demoted. Arresting officer fired. Lawsuit settled. $500,000. Right. I'm gonna let that play in the background, muted. And was this your first upload? It wasn't, was it?
No, it was not.
Right. No, it's next. Okay. All right. So we all know why you chose this clip. We all know why you chose this nurse. This was an absolute freaking travesty. None of this should have ever taken place. That officer was overstepping his bounds by a mountain, right?
Absolutely.
So do you have anything in particular that you want to put forward from your channel or from your viewers for that matter? Your favorite channels and stuff.
My favorite channels?
Yeah, sure.
Well, got to go with some of the greats. San Joaquin and his boys, obviously. Direct D, most definitely. Foulmouth Veteran. NC Tyrant Hunter. Rice Crispy.
He's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot, really.
Yeah, it's impossible to go
in here for a while naming them all, but you know, those are some of my favorites. One of my first ones that I ever started watching, and I can never think of his name. What was it? Jeff Gray, I do believe it was one of the very first ones.
Right. I like Joe Cool myself.
Yeah, Joe Cool's all right too. Yeah.
A lot of people.
Like I said, we can stay here for minutes and minutes going over a lot of great channels, and they just keep popping up too.
Right. And we can do that. That'll be just fine too. That's actually a show. That's what I call a show right there.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. I'm not joking. That's why I call it a shill show. Is you come and shill everything you've got going on or the channels you like, either one. That's the whole.
Yeah. Can't forget about the females in it too. American Amy and
American Amy's cool.
Yeah.
Y'all been doing a little bit of work down there. Who else been tooling around Florida? Solo Yacker. I don't know what his new channel is, but
Armed Fisherman.
Armed Fisherman, yeah. I love that dude.
Yeah, he's great.
Trash.
Rogue Nation, of course.
Rogue Nation, of course. Hey, I'll tell you another really good one. It's not as big as those. Oh man, I can't remember the name of the channel. He's gonna be so mad. The Radical Reactor. That's it. He's a local Georgia boy that's been doing reaction type videos, sort of, where he basically highlights 2 or 3 auditors or 2 or 3 particular police interactions and stuff. He's got a really cool format. I really dig it. It's really neat. He also does a bunch of
Yeah, Big
guitar
Nick.
playing. Oh, Big Nick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's big. He's huge. Um, but you got to love that type of work, man. That work ethic's nothing else. It's wow.
Oh yeah.
Um, so when you're doing your long hauling bit, right? You spend how many hours in a given day on the road?
Well,
Ballpark.
it can be from 11 to 14. Like we're allowed to be on duty for 14 hours out of the day, 11 of which we
Right.
are allowed to drive. So,
And how much of that do you usually spend streaming?
anywhere from 3 to 6 or 8 hours. Just depends on. I leave it up to the viewers. If they want to stick around, I'll stream as long as they want to stick around.
All right. I got a video up on the screen now that shows some of the conditions that you drive through. And my man is tooling through this thing with way more tonnage than I want to consider having on my little vehicle. And there's what, 30 feet, 50 feet visibility? That's
Yeah.
insane to me.
It was actually the camera actually kind of cuts through the fog and all that.
Well, yeah,
So
because your eyeballs focus on the snowflakes. The camera doesn't.
exactly.
Yeah. I'm in middle Georgia. We don't often get snow around here, but when we do, we stay the fuck home.
Well, some of you do. I've seen some of the pile-ups.
Yeah. We try. No, those are all
I
visible. They're trying to leave.
Trying to get further south.
Snowbirds.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where that video was at. Maybe Wyoming.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
What I can see of it.
Yeah,
But I mean,
the winters get really bad up there.
that's one of the things I like about your channel is it shows a vast amount of this country. Uh, because you do such long live streams and because you are traveling as much as you are, it covers a lot of ground. And I don't mean that euphemistically, I mean literally.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was one time I had stopped in over on the edge of Evanston, Wyoming, is where I started out my day. I started out my day and it was damn near blizzard conditions. I got down to the end of my day in Las Vegas and it was over 110 degrees. So I went from like 23 degrees in blizzard to 110 degrees in the same shift.
Ooh.
It was crazy.
I bet that's hard for your body to really adjust to. One of the issues I've always had was heat, and I was a roofer, which means there would come a point in time during the summer where I would just quit every day at about noon. I'd
11
give it,
o'clock noon.
yeah, 11 o'clock noon.
Yeah.
I'd dip out, come back around 5:30, 6 o'clock. It still got awful hot, but at least it was cooling down when you come in, you know.
And the sun wasn't so direct.
Well, it depends on what side you're working on, but yeah, I would work on the shady side and then wait until there was a shady side. And if there wasn't, I would go in early in the morning and knock out the entire stripping of roof or whatever needed doing that day. As soon as it got where it started melting my shoes, we're getting off the roof.
I've been on a roof a time or two. I
It
don't
ain't
miss it.
no. I will do damn near anything else other than get back on a roof unless I absolutely have to.
Yep.
Anything else, I'll do this some more. It'll be fine.
That and concrete work, I've done them both, and
Concrete
work
work
gets
hard
pretty bad.
because you have to do it a bunch when you're doing it, right? It's a
Yep.
whole bunch of hurry up and wait because you have to hurry up and get everything ready so that when the truck eventually shows up, you can do some work,
Yep.
right? So you hurry up and you wait. And so people always give concrete men a bad rap because you see them sitting around eating Cheetos and talking on a cell phone for 4 hours straight, and then a truck shows up, and these men are doing 5 times more work than a carpenter's doing half a day, and they do it
And
in 2 hours.
less time. Yep.
They do it in 2 hours, and they're there until it's done. Like if it takes
Yep.
6 hours to get it all poured,
Oh yeah.
that's how long they're there. It always amazed me. I hate concrete. I try not to mess with it if I can get away with it. It's heavy, abrasive. It eats all the skin off your freaking fingers. All right, so where you headed
Yep.
today, man? What kind of drive you got going on right now?
Well, I
Nothing
am
specific.
in. Oh, I don't care. I'm in Kadoka, South Dakota, headed to a
Go to South
Costco
Dakota?
distribution center. Kadoka, yep, South Dakota,
Yeah, I might have to visit
and
that
I'm headed
place.
to a.
Sounds great.
I'm headed to a Costco distribution center in Minnesota. I
Cool.
got 38,000 pounds of berries in the box
Apparently, Danny
that I
May
picked
was.
up in California.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, I'm pretty sure 3 o'clock Eastern, I'm gonna get grilled by Danny May on Danny May's Adventures channel. She's in chat. Let me see if I can go dig up that link, or has it already been dropped? I don't know. I don't know. Desert Rose, can you drop her link, please? That would be absolutely lovely. Because apparently, I have a chat that I typed out like 20 minutes ago and never did actually click send on. All right, let's roll back to the beginning of the chat and see who all we got in here. Do that whole thing. Roll back. That's what we're doing. All right.
Just so everybody knows, I can't really pay attention to the chat. So if you're in here and you're saying hi, I'm sorry, but pay attention to the road.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd rather you pay attention to the road. We have the seventh
Yeah.
son who's got the gold, not telling has the silver, and Miss Danny May's adventure gets the bronze. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see all of you. Mr. Bean, not telling, Desert Rose. We have Work Lion is here, of course. The seventh son has arrived, of course. Of course. Irish Rover in Florida. Bernie is in the house. We have BS. You're here. You made an appearance. You're doing good. Good to see you too. Oh,
Literally.
Alfredo Gonzalez has showed up and pressed a 1. Licked the whole boots here. Good to see him too.
Good guy.
Boy. Trying to catch up to the bottom of chat. Let me turn that one off. Ba-doom. Sometimes that stuff will get it going real quick and it's hard to catch back up. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. So you'll spend 14 hours a day driving. You might spend
11 hours driving.
Well, okay, I got you. Yeah, 11 hours driving.
Yeah.
You might spend what, 6 of that streaming, or do you film?
Yeah, it just varies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All with just a phone. I've got a GoPro. I could probably try it on. It might be a little bit better footage, but it's done with a dash mount and my phone.
Well, that's pretty impressive, dude. I'm fairly impressed with the. I think it comes down to your work ethic that you're there when people are like busy doing what they're doing, and they can sit there and chit chat with you in your chat while you're streaming and driving, and everybody's being productive. You know, that's really cool to me, man. You also have like this amazing blend of people. You have a bunch of auditor type people, a bunch of cop watch type people, a bunch of long haul type people. You have a double handful of homesteader types. You got some van life people. You've got all kinds of people in your chat. That is in your comment section. And that is amazing.
It's something else. I tell you what. It's good to see, though.
As far as I've been able to tell, they're all just cool as a polar bear's toenails. I mean,
yeah, I don't have a single problem or issue with any of them. They are some wonderful people.
All right. So what's the scariest thing you've without like, doxing anybody, the scariest event you've seen while driving?
Well, I actually posted a video of it. I had just the other day, actually, I had a wrong way driver on the 99 in California. And, man, he's doing about 70 miles an hour on the southbound side, headed northbound.
No, Blue Unicorn, you arrived just when you intend to. You're not late. That's how that works. Sasquatch is never late. We arrive exactly when we intend to. Yep. All right, so I might go dig up that video for the tail end of this. I got a little
It's
bit.
just a short video.
Okay.
It was
I'll dig
captured
that.
on my dash cam, and I uploaded it.
Fantastic. I love that stuff. I absolutely love that stuff. It's great. Let me pause this one. That one. Yeah, that one. All right. February 27th, 2021. Right? If I'm not mistaken, this was the first upload available on your channel publicly. Does that
Yep.
sound right? All right, so I'm going to do my bit now. I love this
Oh, boy.
bit. This is one of my favorite bits. I love it.
You know about cars? Yes! I'm a paleontologist. Oh, it's okay. There's dynamite in this bag, too. I am a paleontologist. I'm a paleontologist. Paleontologists study really old stuff.
Like crackers.
Because bad movies are funny.
All right, so basically the YouTube paleontology bit is where I go dig up your very first upload, your earliest content that's publicly available, and we throw it up here, and you tell me what's going on here, if you remember.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I was with my oldest son. We just went up to the gas station to get something to drink. Unfortunately, I was still smoking at the time, so I was getting cigarettes. But come out the gas station, and this was going on. So I didn't even have a YouTube channel at this time. This was probably early 2020 when this video happened. I waited a year before I even started a YouTube channel or put it up or anything. But I decided to hold them accountable.
Fantastic. Now, I don't care why someone upholds our rights. I just appreciate that they do. I've never been really interested in the reasoning behind it. Just thank you. You know,
Yeah.
it makes sense. Cameras have made citizens at least, if not equal to your average cop, at least forced to be reckoned with for every cop.
Exactly.
Because every one of us has a 4 gig camera in our pocket.
Right.
If you use it, you protect yourself.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Hawk fan. ATL, good to see you. You got a Hawk fan for life 88 is rolled in. ATL auditor is also in the house. Like I said, I think he might have been the one that mentioned you. It was either him or truth be told. But in all truth, I get a bunch of emails, so I couldn't tell you who it was exactly. I went looking, I couldn't figure it out. Somebody tipped me off to your channel when I was talking about wanting to get a long hauler in, and it just so happens that we have a long hauling cop watching. You said you didn't like auditor. What was it you called it?
It's a term I just came out with out of the blue, but I like transparency and accountability specialist.
Transparency and accountability specialist. All right, we have our first transparency and accountability specialist on YouTube. That's great. That's fantastic. All right. So where do you, I mean, are you just going to continue streaming your driving and meeting up with folks, or is it specifically cop watchers, auditor types, or just
No. It'll be a mix. I have started up another channel. I haven't put it out there yet, but it will be specifically for this type of work. You know, doing both. I really want to bring more truck drivers into the community because we see a lot of shit out here, and I think we need to try and bridge the gap somehow.
I agree. And
truck stop I was
something like
parked at this morning, there was a truck on either side of me, and both of them had a blue line sticker on their trucks, and I was just like, no, we can. You're gonna blindly back the blue until it happens to you.
and yep, and when it happens to you, you'll peel that sticker off your truck and wonder what you were thinking.
Right. And let's get this straight. I don't have a problem with good cops.
I don't
Those
either.
are the ones
I
I
love
call
it.
cops. It's the cockroaches that I have a problem with.
That's a good one. I like that. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah. How long did it take you to come up with that one?
Watching Foul Mouth Veteran.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
So yeah, I felt something need to be done, and even if it's a small trace amount, I want to feel like I'm at least attempting for my kids' sake.
Right. I get it. Well, I don't have the level head that it takes to be able to stand there in front of cops and not lose my shit. So I
I
let
don't know
people.
how I haven't.
I mean, truth be told, has been trying to get me to do an audit for like months, and I just laugh at him. I'm like, dude, this mouth doesn't do that. It doesn't turn off. It's on all the time. I can't control it. It just does what it does. And once that cop starts talking, he's going to get very confused by my answers because I'm not going to answer questions, although I'll talk to you till you're blue in the face.
Right?
Right.
Give him answers to questions he hasn't even thought of asking, huh?
Well, see, no, what it is if you listen very carefully to most questions, there's usually multiple responses, but one is less likely than the other, and you always go with the least likely response so that it's a
Yeah.
legitimate answer to the question, but doesn't have actually give him any information about the circumstances.
Right.
Where are you coming from? That way. Where are you going? That way. What you been doing? Driving. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Vague
I
as
can
possible.
be as vague as possible and worse if possible. I don't outright lie, but I'll definitely what's it called? Deflect. I'll start asking
Deflect.
my own questions.
And what usually happens when you deflect like that, you diffuse too. So
Well, in my
it
experience,
throws their training off.
the we have really good cops here. I'm really lucky that I live in a county where it's small enough that most of us know most of the cops, and most of the cops know most of us. So when something like that's going on, you usually get a call from your mom, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, your brother, and they tell you to stop screwing up because the cops are watching you.
Yeah.
Somebody told
Yeah.
them. Small town,
But
you
see,
know.
I have perspective on the whole cop watching thing too, because there was a cop. So I see both sides of it, and I understand a little bit better about why things are done. Doesn't make it any more right.
Yeah,
If you're a good cop, then you deserve to be highlighted for that, and then if you're a bad cop, you deserve to be exposed for that. So
exactly.
always two
Um,
sides of a coin.
that's why I like the word transparency so much because it doesn't have anything to do with coloring anything one way or the other. It's just exposing the actual activities that are taking place.
Right. Well, and the camera don't lie, so just
Right?
put them out there and let it tell the story.
It also don't blink.
Right. Exactly. Things
So
can happen in an instant, and that's a very good point.
and since every citizen has the right to film any state official at any time that they're in the course of their duties, you should in general. I mean, it's just good policy to have a record of you dealing, and I don't care who it is, CPS, anybody, DFACS, whatever you call them in your state, film them when they show up to your house. Do that.
Exactly.
Document absolutely everything from the very second you realize you're going to have an interaction. Immediately document.
Well, I think that's one of the main problems with the United States right now is children's services. Like they need a major uphaul, and that would solve a lot of the problems that we have going on. Because that's really screwing kids up.
It is. There are a bunch of questionable people involved in that whole thing. It is
Yeah,
amazing how often the people involved in like CPS type positions end up having some sort of buggery on their record. It's disturbing. I mean,
it
it's
really
just like
is.
weirdness of like the adoption system is a little less to be desired too. It ain't great.
Yeah, they'll let anybody have a kid, don't matter their income, but in order to adopt one, you got to have a certain amount of income, and it ain't right. If someone wants to adopt and they can't have kids, let them adopt. If they're they're gonna they're wanting to, they're gonna take care of the kid the best they can. So,
oh boy, beverage. Oh, gotta give me a Dr. Pepper, not sponsored. All right, some of that go juice.
yeah,
What was
I got
the
mine. It's called C4, not sponsored.
damn right. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I remember now. Wrong way driver one. It would be uploaded like what, yesterday, day before?
What's that? The wrong way driver?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll see it.
Insane wrong way driver. Y'all already watched.
It's about halfway through. It's only a 3-minute video, but about the 1:30 mark.
1:30. We'll go up to say
Around an area. You'll see I'm passing a semi in a middle lane, and a white car comes to pass me, and that's when you'll see it.
Good. Googly Moogly. Man, I got drunk last night. I had no business doing that. I'm gonna have to not do that anymore. Until next time, I guess. Oh.
I can kind of see the chat now. What's up, everybody? Desert Rose, Lick the whole boot. What's up, brother? Not telling. How y'all doing?
It's good to see all of them.
Yeah, everybody. Appreciate your support and your kind words during the chat.
All right.
I love you guys, man. You all are like family, and I appreciate every single one of you.
1:30. Did I miss it?
No, it's right here.
Oh yeah. Okay. I got you.
And the white car will be passing on the left.
Yep.
Maybe that ain't it. It's coming up. Where are we at on the video? I can't really tell. So you got it. Yeah, you did back it. Yep, back it up a little bit. I'm here.
Yes, sir. Oh, I see him. Okay, there. Oh my God. Oh, screw that trash.
I'm here.
The scariest thing I ever saw. When I was as far as driving, I used to deliver windows. I was coming out of Savannah one afternoon, coming up on I-16. Well, we just lost him for a minute. We're lucky he'll be back. Anyway, I was coming out of Savannah, coming up I-16, pretty late at night. And there's a few spots through there where there's not a whole lot of ambient light. And so I'm riding along, watching the traffic going, north, and there's tail lights everywhere. And about, I don't know, 15 car lengths ahead of me, suddenly I saw a set of headlights, and then tail lights, and then headlights, and then it looked like stars exploded off of it. And what it was an old, what is it? Not steel, it's Snap-on truck. Had just done 2 360s and started rolling, and every socket and wrench you could imagine come flying out of that thing. And that was the stars that I saw in the sky.
Damn.
Figure out what I'd seen, but it was the glinting of the chrome off of the headlights. But I sweeved around all of that stuff and got through. And by the time I had touched the brakes, there was a cop about 2 car lengths behind me, and they hit their blue lights just as soon as it all went down. And they had emergency services there just about the time I got out of sight of it. That was crazy there.
Hey, I lost service there for a minute. Did we see the wrong way driver?
Yeah, we found it. That was nuts. Yeah, we covered it. All right. So you've got a second channel coming up, and you're going to be uploading. Is it going to be more driving stuff and accountability? Do you just not like the channel you have? I mean, I don't understand.
Oh no, I love the channel I got. I just because of the name of the other channel,
Oh,
I don't know. I actually have two, but one is Mother Trucker Audits,
right.
and the other is Hammer Down Audits. So I don't know which one I'm gonna use and keep. So, but no, I'm not getting rid of this channel. I'm not getting rid of
That's cool.
what I do on this channel. But
Just a backup
I
channel.
just
Or,
figure with a name like that, right, a backup channel and something that can grab the attention of maybe other truck drivers that can get behind the movement.
oh yeah, that's what I was going to say earlier. Truck drivers are in a unique position to be able to police the police. They're out there on the beat with the police day in, day out. They see all the wacky bullshit that goes on. They see it firsthand. I give you a diddly do to a damned if I know. Your average trucker probably records if they are have a dash cam, they probably record 24 cops in any given day, if not more, depending on where they're at, what type of deliveries and stuff they do. But these are the people that are in the trenches that are able to actually watch what the officers are doing while they're on the road. And it doesn't necessarily take being a cop watcher or an accountability transparency expert, which is brilliant.
Specialist.
Specialist. I'm sorry, specialist. My bad. I didn't mean to give you a
Yeah.
ranking piece. Dude, you don't have to be a transparency accountability specialist to be able to edit a little bit of video out of your dash cam footage and mail it in to your local city council. If somebody's screwing up, folks need to
Right.
know
Yeah.
about it. I mean, we're paying these people to do a particular job, and if it's not being done well, we should promote people who are.
And we're paying them very well at that.
Very well. And I'm not saying their job's not important. It certainly is. We need the best to be doing it, and it doesn't help when you combine things like military tactics against your own citizens that can throw it way off to see an eye to eye, right? There's been an us against them concept that's been going on a while between law enforcement and citizenship that is just absolutely unacceptable. What's up, Mystery
It
School?
is, and there needs to be more community policing and less militarized policing.
Right.
Get out
Communities.
there and interact with the people and find out what the people are about instead of just automatically assuming all the time.
Right. Yeah, hit the like button and go, 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 go. He's such a weirdo. I love him. Mystery Schooler. He does this live stream every few days where he goes and talks about like the Anunnaki and the giants and flat earth and phlogiston and the crystal spheres and the firmament and all that whole thing, everything you could possibly imagine, the emerald tablets of cloth, the whole nine. It's great. It's great. You just sit and chat about whatever wacky theories you might have. It's awesome. You can definitely go check out Mystery School or you get a chance.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody, but I really like wacky stuff, and he really does the wackiest stuff. Like I said, like
Wacky's always good for breaking monotony.
oh yeah, I mean he covers all sorts of stuff. He goes and covers like old like the Perry Reese map and old documents of finding giants and stuff, and how supposedly the Smithsonian has like some I don't know. There's a bunch to it, dude. He covers it pretty well. If he ever manages to get a
So like
studio,
a Wish version of the Joe Rogan experience.
sorta. Okay, I'll give it to you on that one. He doesn't really do guests and stuff. He just talks over steals and whatnot, but it's interesting. We have a good time in chat. So there's that.
That's cool.
That's
Just
really
joking about the Wish version of Joe Rogan experience, by the way. No
actually
disrespect.
He'd probably love that description. He'll probably have it in his next live stream. Welcome to the Wish version of Joe Rogan Experience. That's I might steal that, actually. That's pretty good.
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it,
That
Bobby.
boy ain't right.
Okay, accessories. All right. So you're gonna be doing more content on different channels, essentially, because you like the name.
I'm gonna try to, yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna try to. It doesn't mean I'm gonna have the time,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things about why I do the lives so much, the live drives or whatnot, is that I don't have.
Welcome to Sasquatch Shills, where nothing goes right. We pretend like it's fine. All right. So let's go to chat and see what y'all have to
But
say about it. Oh, he's back.
you know,
Welcome back. I'm sorry, dude. You dipped out mid sentence there. It was great.
oh, okay. I can't wait to watch a replay of that.
It's pretty good, actually. Yeah. Hog fans over here face palming. Oh,
No, I was saying, you know, that's why I just keep them up there. That way people can get the full context of what's going on, and people know that I'm not editing important things out or trying to misconstrue the context of what's going on.
I have a bit of advice for you on that. And this comes strictly from an algorithmic perspective, right? This has nothing to do with your content, what you're doing. It's just streaming versus uploading, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a perfectly clean account, a new one, and you have not sullied it with uploads or streaming, consider this. If you use the account you have now that you're streaming with to stream and utilize YouTube as your hard drive, you can then edit down the important bits from that stream library into interesting short bits that you upload to your second channel.
Gotcha.
That
Yeah.
way, you can go ahead and make sure there's nothing copyrightable in it. There's no kind of conflicting information or anything about it that would be a problem with terms of service. You can just basically use one channel as a bank of footage for another channel. And if you're careful with your uploads on the second channel, you shouldn't have any kind of terms of service problems at all. I mean, live streams are dangerous, but
Gotcha.
you know, I do this thing on After Dark after a show. Typically, I'm not going to do it today because I got hammered last night and I'm going back to bed after this show's done. But I do this thing in After Dark where different people come up, previous guests that are having technical problems, YouTube problems, that kind of stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
we try to hash it out and figure out how to fix whatever the issues were, whether they just don't understand terms of service or aren't, doing shorts right, or, trying to figure out the definition of long form versus short form content, that kind of stuff. We just try to help out, try to help creators make better content. Right. And I'm not associated with the YouTube. I just really like watching videos, better content. That's all I ask. Do one thing better today than you did yesterday, and tomorrow will be better still. Good Lord, y'all.
Right.
I quit drinking last night right after I finished that pint. And I'll never drink again until I get me another pint. It'll be a few weeks.
Never drink again until the next time.
Till the next time. All things in moderation, including moderation.
Well, if you're not going to be good, at least be good.
Damn right, or name it after me, because I mean, shit.
Right.
Good. Right. Wonder how many Caucasian Sasquatch is going to be running around out there at this point. I've actually adopted the Sasquatch concept across my whole family. I have Sassy Squatch, Wife Squatch, and Skunk Ape. Skunk Ape's my brother. I didn't figure out what to call my sister. I'm probably not going to call her anything. She shoots better than I do. Hard pass. Oh, that woman's.
Leave that for someone else to name.
Yeah, I'll leave that one alone. She's He's a handful, brother.
New age Annie Oakley, huh?
Um, well, she's like a teacher, a counselor slash teacher assistant type. I don't know what she's doing currently, honestly. I haven't had a direct conversation with her in 5 years. She doesn't like me too swift. I can't blame her. I was a junkie for years. I wouldn't like me either. You know,
We all have a past, brother. I
right?
wasn't
And
a perfect
that's
angel
why.
either.
All right. So when it comes to smaller channels, how do you go about trying to promote smaller channels when you're doing your thing? Because you mentioned that backstage, we were
But you mean when I'm live streaming
right. You just
on my
shout them
drives? Oh,
out.
I absolutely. I'll shout them out. I make sure that the mods put their links in the chat, and everybody is welcome there. I like helping smaller channels because we're all in it together. So the more channels we can get to grow, the better off everybody is in the long run.
Yeah, no, I get it. Um, I've got a couple of different ways I go about it. Before I have a guest on, usually I'll do a few shorts of their content. Some people's content doesn't lend itself to shorts, right? It just
Hmm.
it doesn't work. Um, I do it anyway. Usually I'll go get a few bits and pieces here and there, and I don't know, it just I'm gonna upload all that stuff one day. Just not currently. It's not good enough in my opinion. I'm gonna upload all that stuff in like a near miss series or something. It just wasn't good enough to make the cut. But I probably do 5 or 6 shorts for every one I upload, and I probably do well on the videos. I'm very particular about my sound editing and stuff, so I kind of do that first, and then try to worry about my video. You know,
Yeah.
fans like audiobooks and whatnot, but it's all just a matter of what you like doing, man. You got to do what you love, film it, and people will watch you do it. I don't know why, but they will. They just love to see
Yeah,
you do it.
I was told when I first started my channel that you could point a camera at your feet and people would watch it.
You're not wrong. In fact, there's an entire OnlyFans dedicated to just that.
Oh,
So
geez.
yeah, no,
Hey, not knocking it, but whatever floats your boat,
hey,
people.
whatever it takes for you to get your bit, that's go do it. That's the American way. You do it,
Yep.
monetize it, figure out how to make a dollar at it, however it takes. I'm not a big fan of grifters. Now that's a little different. You don't need to fake it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
if you get lucky faking it once, you cannot fake it forever. The real deal will always spot a fake.
Yep.
What is it they say? You can
Yeah,
fool
and
you fool some of the
go ahead.
people some of the time. No, some of the people all of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. I fucked that all up. Y'all go look it up. It's in Google.
You can fool all the people some of the time, but you can't fool some of the people all the time.
I think we
I
both
don't
are.
know.
I think we screwed it up. We're too redneck for any of this. This is just not working anymore.
Damn
Kind of
it,
feel like
Bobby! I just can't think of it.
that's fucking glorious.
Too
Brilliant.
much propane and propane accessories.
Yeah. I got an Alex Jones invitation I break out every now and then. I've been trying to
Oh
get my
boy.
dog to post up on my chair so I can film him, so I can do like an Alex Jones news break. you know, but it's funny to me how much Alex
Don't you
Jones
need to
sounds.
smoke like a pack a day?
I got that covered.
Oh, okay, cool.
Way ahead
Good to
of the
go
curve
then.
on. Daddy ain't raised no quitter. I don't know what to tell you, man. I could shake smack. I couldn't shake smoking. I'm just too much of an asshole. My wife, dude, they'd murder me. My wife and kids would bury my ass in the backyard, and nobody ever bothered looking for me. I'm such an asshole when I try to quit smoking. It's so bad. It's so bad. I feel so sorry for everybody around me.
April 13th, it was a year for me. I quit smoking cigarettes.
Well, I'm proud of you.
I mean, I still do the vape, of course, and I still have an occasional cigar, but I don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
I tried the whole
I
vaping
was
thing.
pack and a
It,
half a day.
it made my lungs fill up with fluid real bad, and I just couldn't do it. Like after about a day, I had to go get me a cigarette. It just wasn't worth it. I couldn't hardly breathe. I ended up hacking up a whole bunch of crap. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. That shit tasted like Fruit Loops too, and that wasn't great. That wasn't the
Yeah.
best choice. I mean, I don't think your cigarettes just taste like freaking cereal. That was just wrong. You're like, that's so weird. It's not gonna work. And I never could dip or anything like that. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Upset my stomach. I just couldn't do it. Cigarettes is what it ended up
Yeah.
being.
Well, I quit. I quit cigarettes because I was starting to have trouble breathing, and I was having issues with my neck that I thought was associated with it. So, smoking 30 years, figure, might as well quit now. Let's do it now. Thought it
You
would
can
maybe help my issues, and it didn't. So
you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but don't pick your friend's nose.
that's right.
That's words of wisdom
He
from
who
Blue Unicorn.
he who goes to bed with itchy ass wakes up with stinky finger.
Yep. That is obvious and true as well. Hey man, uh, we got about 10 minutes left, 7 minutes, 8 minutes left. Do you have anything at all you have planned in the future, or do you have anywhere you're gonna be specific where you'd be willing to meet folks?
Well, I pretty much stay from the Midwest west. So I'm based out of Minnesota.
Right.
I travel I-90 and I-80 a lot. Every now and then I'll go down to Florida. Every now and then I'll be down in Texas. I used to go down to Texas a lot, New Braunfels, Texas, but don't do that anymore. But so yeah. I mean, if people are genuine and are really wanting to meet up and go have a burger or just chit chat, got something on their mind, or you want to go
Just do
record cops,
the
if I have the time, I will absolutely do that.
we could do the
Absolutely.
YouTube picture with the selfie and the thumbs up.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that
We
too.
totally do a screenshot. I mean,
Yeah.
thumbnail. Be glorious. All right. What do you hate most about the long haul? What's the worst part?
Probably the other drivers on the road that don't respect a big rig.
That got their license
They're
from Walmart.
what's that?
They found their license in a ditch somewhere.
Well, it's
Picked
not
up at Walmart.
necessarily that. It's just that they think that if they see us behind another vehicle at a certain distance, that they can just cut in there, and then if something was to happen, we can't stop on
Yeah.
a dime, guys.
Uh-uh.
You're gonna die.
You're driving a tank running 70 miles an hour.
You got to remember, we're 40 tons fully loaded. Just because we have bigger brake pads or drums doesn't mean we can stop quicker. It takes us an average of 2 football fields to stop
That's
when loaded or when empty. It's harder for us to stop when we're empty than it is when we're loaded. So please just give us room.
yeah.
Show us respect, and I can't speak for others, but for me, show me respect. I'll respect you back.
Fantastic.
We can't always get over to let you on a highway. You're in a 4-wheeler. Slow down. You can get around us quicker than we can speed back up to highway speeds.
Yep. Always look at it like when you're in a factory setting and you encounter someone carrying something, you let the person carrying something go, right? So you open the door, you take a step back, you let them through. And I always kind of viewed truckers as somebody carrying something. So I give them a wide berth. I give them all the room they need. First of all, I ain't in no hurry. I ain't no rush to get nowhere, ever. I drive like a little old lady, and I'll get there when I get there. I'm not answering to nobody. I ain't got no boss man, and you're not going to be able to dock my pay. So I'll get there when I get there.
Right.
If I want to stop and look at big blue elephants on the way, I will stop and look at big blue elephants on the way, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. And by the way, in Hardyville, there is a fireworks location that has a life-size pair of pink and blue elephants.
Oh boy.
It's dude, I thought I was tripping. I was about strung out as I got. I was about as bad off as I had gotten on the whole drug craze. And I had a slow leak on a tire and I pulled in Hardyville and sat there putting air in that tire, staring at those two elephants. And I looked up at my wife and I said, hey, wife squad, you see what I see? She said, well, what do you see? I said, a heffalump and a woozle. She said, that's definitely a heffalump and a woozle. I said, okay. Blue elephant over
Hell no.
there. She was like, all right. Then she looked, she was like, there is a pink and blue elephant over there. It was across the street or something. I had to go stand around it, poke at it, make sure it was real.
Did you think he was living out Fantasia?
Well, I just see it was dark and there was like this arc sodium light over it that hadn't quite turned on yet. And so it was like really dim. And all I could tell was like there was something really big over there. Then suddenly poof, the light came on. And I was like, holy shit, that's an elephant. That's two elephants. Why are there why? So I went and took pictures of it and stuff. I think they're on my community tab. Anybody's interested. I don't know. It's just pink and blue stuff, fiberglass elephant. It ain't nothing special. I guess it is kind of special. It's an elephant.
Yeah, that's pretty
I don't
special.
know. It's interesting. I don't even know why it was there. Never could figure that part out. But it's in Hardyville, right off of was it 475 or 75? One of those. Can't remember which one.
That's southwest of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
South Carolina. It's over there, just across the bridge in South Carolina. You get across, take
Gotcha.
first, second left, you're there. It's right there. All right, you did a show, brother. How about that?
What's that?
You did a show. You did that thing that I asked you to do.
Hell yeah.
We're done. All we got to do is give you one last little shout out to shout out anybody you particularly like, viewers or channels, or I prefer small channels, right? People that are actually making content, putting in that effort, right? So, what's the smallest channel you watch?
I really don't know. I lick the whole boot. He's yeah, he's dealing with stuff down there in the St. Louis area, and I actually went down and took him on his first live cop watch, and I don't know. I think he needs to get out there and do some more. But yeah, he's a good channel. He's got some good guys can go check out Firm Audits too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, any channel that's got less than 10,000 subscribers, guys, go out and support them. Go show them some love.
Yeah, man. That's kind of what this is all about, is mixing up communities, mixing up families.
Right.
And trying to do it on a more personal basis. I'm not interested in picking up 10,000 subs if it's 10,000 subs of robots and trolls. I'm not interested.
Yep.
So that's why I invite people on. I meet them. I meet the creators themselves. I'll be backstage helping him out, doing whatever. If he has any technical issues, questions, anything like that, he's got my email address. He can hit me with it. I'll see if I can figure it out and help him out with it, whatever. That's just kind of how it works, how I do it. Better content. Just that's all we do. Improve what it is we do.
We got to help each other out, man.
Exactly.
It's we need to get rid of this us versus them mentality and get back to we the people. We're all in it together, guys.
Exactly, Mundo. All right, I'm gonna drop you backstage right quick to do my talk out, and then I'm gonna do the play out and everything, and I'll pop back in after I get off YouTube and talk to you for a minute. All right.
All right, 10-4, buddy. I appreciate you having me on here, and
I appreciate you coming on.
Hey, I had fun, man. A little hesitant at first, but I had fun.
I understand. I get that a lot. People look at my name and they go, "Oh, he's obviously a troll," and they're not entirely wrong. I once was that thing. I don't do that no more. I use my troll powers for good.
Oh, one other channel I want to throw up real quick. It's my son's channel. I just got him started, but it's Cyclone Cop Watch.
Cyclone Cop Watch. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, he
I
likes
like
the Iowa Cyclones, so Cyclone Cop Watch.
that. Makes sense. Fantastic. All right, man. I'm gonna drop you back. All right. Well, that was our guest, Midwest Accountability. I appreciate his time. He's always out there on the road looking around, and if you look around in the truck next to you, you might find him looking at you. So y'all go check out his channel. Look at some of his older stuff. It's back. The further back you go, in my opinion, the more, well, kind of the more raw his footage is. He's actually gotten pretty good at centering his camera and stuff. Some of that stuff in the early days was kind of interesting, looking out like the left side of the window or whatever. It's pretty cool. But it's all over the country. It's all sorts of road work, road stuff, cars doing the stupidest things you could possibly imagine. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. But then he also does meetups with like SJVTV, San Joaquin Valley Transparency. Meets up with him sometimes. They do a little cop watching doohickey. So, tune in, check that stuff out. Like everything he touches. It's all good stuff, man. I appreciate y'all coming out this afternoon. I know it was a little bit of an unusual time, but when you got it, you got it. And you go with it when you can. Do what you can with what you will, right? So appreciate it. Much love. And don't let the man get you down. Let me find the right button and we'll be out of here.
Piece of shit. These really should be treated with antibiotics. Are those pliers?